I'm Louise Mean and I'm a research assistant for the Port Towns and Urban Cultures project based over in the School of Historical Literacy and Social Studies. So for the Being Human Festival, since the theme is Port City and the narratives of migration, in the Port Towns research group we've been developing an electronic mapping of the historic Sailor Town district that used to exist in Portsmouth along the waterfront. Based on that, we've then developed this interactive app that people will be able to download, and as part of the Being Human Festival we're organising a guided tour through the historic part of Sailor Town, and people that can come on the walk can also download the app and interact with the historic and the present as they move around Portsmouth. So the app is downloadable across all versions, so that's Apple, the Android, and there's also a desktop version as well that people can download, so they can also access it from home afterwards. So the app will talk them around Sailor Town and kind of give them a flavour of what used to be there in terms of the buildings and the pubs where sailors were living. So through the research that the Port Towns project has done, we've mapped where sailors were living, the places that they were drinking in, the lodging houses that they stayed in when they came off the ship onto the shore. We've also mapped things like their crime patterns, so if sailors were involved in kind of fights outside pubs and that sort of thing. So what we've tried to do is recreate the kind of feel of Sailor Town, as well as look at the sailors' kind of home life, their leisure life, and also the kind of buildings that were around at the time. So things like the Sailors' Home that was erected for the safety of sailors ashore to prevent them from falling into moral degradation, and among the harpies of old Portsmouth and being robbed and that sort of thing. So the walk starts in the 20th century and it progresses back down towards Portsmouth Point where Sailor Town originated. So you kind of across Portsmouth through the 20th and 19th down to the 18th century. The official walk and the launch of the app as well, which will be tied in with that, is on Saturday the 14th of November. The walk starts at 1:30 and it goes till 3:30, and there will be meeting in the Milldam building, and then there'll be a guided talk by people from the Port Towns group, descending through Sailor Town in all the back streets, all the kind of hidden history as you go along as well. So not just the public fronting things that the Navy ever wanted us to see, but the bits behind as well. And then it ends at the Spice Island Inn right down on the front at Old Portsmouth. The aim of the app is to make this a kind of rolling sort of app that people can contribute to, and we really welcome kind of local community stories to help us enhance the stories of the apps, particularly those with naval connections, but also those that have family ties to the area. And so we'll be setting up on the Port Towns and Urban Cultures website a kind of LinkedIn site that people can log in and upload their stories and their photographs, and we're also working in partnership with Portsmouth City Council and the History Centre based just across the road to access their images so we can really bring the app alive. So you'll get this sense of kind of standing in the present, say for example in Old Portsmouth, and you'll be able to see on the app all these kind of historic pictures as well, so you can be in both the kind of past and the present.